make your life as beautiful, as harmonious, as peaceful, as expressive, as passionate as you want.
This is Yuntaku Time with Akko and Tamo.
So what does Yuntaku mean? Well, it's an Okinawan word, which means chit-chat. We want to include you in this conversation. And not only that, we want to raise the level to explore new ways of thinking, new perspectives, and better ways to live life. We've been really working to love ourselves even more, to love each other and our children. And so that is what we want Yuntaku Time to be, to not only take to chit-chat, but to take that chit-chat to the next level.
Yes. And today's topic is, what do you value in your life?
Wow, Akko, you bring up quite a deep topic already.
Yeah.
So thank you for that. I love these things. And for both of us, we've been taking a relationship course.
Yes.
And we've gotten quite a few questions from that course. And yeah, maybe you can ask me and I can ask you and we can answer.
And yeah, we just wanted to share what we've been learning. Let's define value. So what is value?
Sure. So we really love to talk about definitions first, just because for certain words, it may have certain meanings to people, right? So we want to be on the same track so that we can make sure that we're talking about the same thing and we're pointing at the most accurate definition of the word. So for example, even if it's the word white, it can be off-white and ivory white.
That's
ivory.
true.
So, and there's many types of white, right?
Yeah.
And so we want to be as accurate as possible. So defining values, I think it's actually a difficult word to define. And I'm continually working on understanding what value is. But we're not talking about values in terms of money right now. But we're talking about in terms of our attention, right? So where is our attention when it comes to what we value? What are we spending our time when we have free time, right? So that's kind of how I'm seeing value. And values are something that we spend a lot of energy and our attention. And values are also something that sometimes is so obvious that it's difficult to see and it's usually hidden. So that's why I think the question that you bring up today, what do you value in your life, is such a fantastic one, because we usually don't get time to think about our values in life, right?
Especially nowadays.
Exactly.
It's like, what is it?
Right. And we're so inundated with social media or just work or even just browsing the web. There's so many ads that pop up and it's very difficult to focus.
Yes.
And within that, to be able to go deep and understand ourselves better is fantastic. So yeah, thank you so much for bringing that up.
Yeah. So I guess, shall we get started?
Sure. And so how about if I ask you a question and you can go ahead and answer?
Yeah.
So what is most important to you about who you are and about being alive?
So what is most important to me about who I am and being alive? So I'm a very emotional based person, emotionally social. So I like to be connected with everyone. So I like the harmony of a lot of things. So being in harmony, being connected with the people I love is one of the things that I do value. And another one is being able to, well, this is, I guess, another harmony in a sense, in that I want my family to be living in a space where there's full of love. And I want our children to grow up in a household that has so much love that that it's pretty much overfilling. I wrote one more thing down of living a life with understanding and non-judgment. So living a life with understanding and non-judgment. So that's something I also do value and I am working on constantly every day. And what is most important with you? about who you are and about being alive.
Yeah, thank you. Before I answer that, I would love to kind of talk about your values, and let's go a little bit deeper with that.
Yeah.
So you mentioned that you are more of a kind of a harmony person, like an emotional, and you enjoy kind of the social aspects of life.
I
right?
do. I like to be connected with people. I don't like fights or anything like that. I mean, I always try to resolve things. I mean, not to say that I'm like afraid of confrontation or anything like that, but I like harmony. I like people to get along, people to be understood, and that's just something that I always like to be worked on, or I'm working towards.
Yeah, definitely. And even for us, we've been together for almost 10 years now, right? It's getting there.
Yeah, it's getting there. It feels
Not
like
yet.
100, huh?
In a good way.
Yes.
Yeah. And for me, wow, this is kind of interesting that popped up. I actually don't feel like it's long or short, but I don't, let me put it this way. It doesn't even come up to me that I had a time without you. It's kind of weird, but
I think I get it. I mean, I don't want to say it's timeless, but it kind of feels
we've been together, period.
Yeah, like I've known you for so long, and I don't know, this is like normal.
Right. Well, this is, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So that may sound weird to our listeners, but that's kind of how I feel now. And with all respect and love, definitely. But I've always working to know you better and better. And the harmony you talk about and is definitely, I think it's great because it's not a harmony where, I have issues with this person, but I'm not going to say anything because I don't want to break the harmony. It's not like that. You actually bring stuff up and resolve it in a very skillful way. And that's something that I've always looked at and learned from you.
Thank you.
That's why you give me the ability to improve my, social skills and things like that. Because for me, I'm more of an individualist type of person.
Yeah.
And I learned so much from your kind of harmony and community and social aspects. So I really appreciate that about you.
Thank
and
you.
So, you also said that you want to have harmony within the family. That's really great.
Yeah.
And we do, because
We
you
do.
really work on it.
Yeah.
And I'm on board 100%.
Yeah.
And so totally agree. And, as we raise our daughter, we can really share that harmony and not sweeping things under the rug,
No.
but bringing it up in a very constructive way, right?
Yeah. Honesty, definitely. Yeah. Being honest, communicate, being honest with love.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And as we grow and mature, I'm sure that we are going to be able to share that with our daughter. So
Yeah.
it's going to be really nice. So for me, like I mentioned, I'm more of an individualist, but the way I see life is, if I can improve myself, then I can improve myself for the community, right? So it's not like a selfish, like, it's just about me. It's not that.
Yeah.
But the better I can be, whatever it is, it might be skills or certain personality aspects that I need to improve on, or whatever it is, to be able to express my highest self, which means understanding all the traumas and the issues that I had through childhood and maybe even into adulthood, not letting that pull me down.
Yeah.
Instead, learning from that and growing, and to be my best self, so that I can I can continue to improve myself as a husband, as a father, as a business owner, as a leader of the business, and whatever it may be, even within friendships, the better and less issues that I bring into the friendship, of course, that will improve harmony. It'll also improve just the whole kind of dynamic of the group. So that's the most important for me. And so that's why I'm really working to grow myself.
Yeah. And, it's interesting because I admire that about you, how you always work on yourself. And that's why I think we make a good team, because I like the harmony of the group, but you work on yourself so that you can be in harmony with the group. I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does. It does.
So I've learned a lot from you. I've learned to do that trauma work. I've learned to try to be that better version of myself and try to really grow as an individual and better myself to its fullest potential. And even raising the question of what kind of person do I want to be? I don't know if I was, when I was young, I don't know if I really thought of that. Like, what does my future self, like, what do I see her doing? Maybe I did, but maybe I don't think I actually really put it into words, wrote it on a journal, nothing concrete. So I wanted to thank you for that, because I know you do bring that to the table, and I think it really helps.
Yeah, definitely. I think, as you mentioned, I learn a lot from you in terms of finding harmony and how to kind of interact with others. And you really opened me up in that way. So definitely, I think that's why we're having Yuntaku Time, so that we can share our learnings. And to you listeners, if there's anything that you can take away from this Yuntaku or chit chat, please do, and run with it and make your life as beautiful, as harmonious, as peaceful, as expressive, as passionate as you want. And the sky's the limit, truly.
Truly, yes.
So how about going to the next question?
All right.
So what is your life's work or life's purpose? And so another way of putting that is, what needs to happen in your life so that you know that you gave your gift? And what is it that was uniquely you? What were you here to do? And what was it that mattered?
So I think it has to do with love, and I guess my energy of love. So being able to spread that love to everyone, and so that those people that I'm spreading it to can feel loved with that energy that I'm kind of exuding, is something I value, something that I think is my life's purpose. And having them believe that they're worth it. They're worth being loved on. So that's something that I do think is my purpose in life. I think I have a pretty vibrant energy. So using that vibrant energy and just spreading my love and having everyone feel that love is something that I believe is my purpose in life. So
kind of, I'm just trying to understand a little better, but you're saying that, you have a vibrant ball of love. I totally agree with that. I feel it every single day. And so you want to share that. And so you want to share that love with other people so that maybe they can love themselves a little bit more.
You know what? That's a better way of saying it. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Love, so they can love themselves more. Yeah. They're worth it. They're worth being, they're worth it.
Right.
Yeah.
And some insight that I just had is, wow, I said that so they can love themselves more. That is a kind of an individual way of thinking, right?
Oh, that's true. That's true.
But, truthfully, if that happens, then they can also share their love too. And so it's really
the world will be a better place.
It would. It would. Right.
Some people are lacking love. And so they should just come to this Tome family. Anyway, how about you?
Sure. So my life's work, life's purpose, and my gifts. Again, it really comes down to expressing my highest self. So it's very similar to what's important to me. And my life's work is to share my highest self. So it's, if you think about it, it's very similar to yours. So for you mentioned you wanted to share love. For me, I want to share my highest self, which also includes love.
Yeah.
And I want to express my highest self. And of course, it sounds very abstract. Oh, what does he mean by his highest self? One way to put it is when you're in a really great mood, things that would bother you in any other moods can really pass through you very easily, right? You're not going to be bothered by it as much, if at all, or you'll probably be able to make a lot better decisions when you're in a really great mood.
Yeah.
I think something similar to that, but much more, it has more depth than, I'm just in a good mood, so I'm going to say yes to everything. Not like that, but more so really coming from a higher place. Like, what would the most wisest people in history do? That type of really high level decision making, communication, love, whatever it may be. That's what I would really like to express. And I know things like this is not, I reach it. It's not a summit that I reach. It's a mountain that I'll continue to climb, right?
Yeah.
So it's not, this mountain will never be, there will never be a peak, but you can always climb up. And so that's how I see it. So it's a continual discovery of my highest self. And like a peeling of an onion, you continue to discover. Discover, meaning uncover, right? Taking the word discover, breaking that up, dis and cover. So uncovering who I really am. Just because for myself, I see that as, we are born, when we're born, we are quite fresh.
Yes.
Some people say tabula rasa, which is the, we are born completely clean slate. I don't think that's, I think it's both nature and nurture. But as we live in life, we accumulate a lot of trauma. A lot of bad teachings, incorrect teachings, and teachings that really don't serve us as human beings, right? And after we learn that, getting to a certain point in our development, now you have to do the opposite. You have to start peeling these things off. And just like you mentioned in the early part, doing the trauma work and things like that is also,
Oh, very hard.
And so also want to really feel that I was able to make a positive impact for people that we come into contact with. And that's part of the reason we do this podcast too, because we want to share. See, you want to share your love, and I want to share my highest self with people. And if you, the listener, can take any part of this and make a positive impact in your life, or maybe it's a little seed that starts to grow and sprout. Maybe you have a question. What is trauma work they're talking about? Or what is this highest self? Or love? What does she mean by love? I only thought love was when my mom hugs me, or love can mean so many things, right? But love is also all encompassing. So I hope that, again, if you can take any parts of it and grow that seed, we would be so grateful and happy for you.
Very grateful.
Okay, wow. We've been going for quite a bit. I think we've been Yuntaku in for quite a bit now.
Yeah.
So, we can go into part 2 next time.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think so. And then just kind of continue what we've been talking about, going into more details, answering a little more of the questions. And yeah, I think we could do a part 2.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Ako, thank you so much.
Thank you, Tamu.
The Yuntaku today.
Yeah, thank you so much. And thank you for sharing your gift, your values. I think, yeah, again, like you said, if anyone could take anything out of this podcast and run with it and maybe even, improve their life just even a little bit, we'd be so grateful and so blessed that we were able to touch you.
Definitely.
Touch your mind and touch your heart.
And so we will leave you with the question. Ask yourself, what is most important to you about who I am and about being alive? Take your time to think about it. Go deep in what your values are in your life.
Yeah. We're going to post this on YouTube too, so it'd be great if you can share your values on the comment section, and we would love to read what you value in your life.
Definitely. So to find us on YouTube, just go ahead and search for Yuntaku Time. We are currently under the channel name Adventures of Team Taco. So check us out there. All right.
All right. Thank you so much for listening.
All right. Take care.
All right. Bye.